The claim that the church does not create the Bible, rather the Bible creates the church. Scripture holds ultimate authority. This is just sola scriptura. And sola scriptura, which is, not supported by Scripture or early church practices. Scripture itself does not claim to be the sole authority, and will, basic logic and understanding, unless we get very metaphysical about it, which we'll talk about in just a second, shows that sola scriptura was not even in the view of the early church. From multiple layers of reasoning here. The church existed and functioned for decades without letters, but then centuries without a defined canon. How is that possible if the ruling authority is Scripture itself? And what Wes and Protestants have to do in this situation is we can't just refer to the Old Testament, because they view the New Testament, as everyone does, as Scripture. So you have centuries without a defined canon, yet the church is growing and being formed and ruling on matters of faith and morals without the whole of a canon. Granted, they use the Old Testament, but even in the Old Testament, what books did they use? Not the ones that Wes and Protestants use. They use other ones, the 7 additional ones, right? And we have tons of proof about this. The quotes of Septuagint and all this other stuff. But more of a direct refutation of that, the divine revelation includes tradition. The Bible itself recognizes the role of oral tradition. 1 Corinthians 11:2, 2 Timothy 2:2. The Catholic Church teaches that Scripture and tradition together constitute divine revelation. Tradition never outweighs Scripture.